everyone. We are back again. I cannot believe how quickly the week actually went. We were just here. Now we're back. We had Purim. Came and went. We had a beautiful Purim. The rabbi read the Megillah 4 times. I don't know how many times. Beautifully. And we would like to thank our camera crew very, very much for once again doing outstanding filming for us. I just have a few lines to tell all of you, some thoughts for you to take away for this week. If you are thankful, show it. If you love someone, tell them. If you are wrong, admit it. If you are confused, ask questions. If you learn something, teach others. If you are stuck, ask for help. If you make a mistake, apologize. If you trip, fall down, get up again. If somebody needs help, help them. And if you see wrong, then make it right. Have a good week, everyone. Better days are coming. Here's the rabbi.
Thank you. Again,
Hello,
and welcome everybody to our parasha of the week. It's gives me a pleasure again to be able to speak about the upcoming parasha, Ki Tisa. It's one of the parashot of the Torah, very dramatic, of course. It begins with the fact that when the people of Israel were supposed to be counted, God said, you don't count them personally. You have to ask everybody to give half a shekel, and then you count the shekel. It's important. I'm not going to go to this subject, main subject, about, like Rashi said, Ain Hara and so on. One day I'll explain it a little bit more. But then we know it was when the 10 Commandments were about to be brought down, and then the people of Israel made the Egel HaZahav, the golden calf. That was terrible, and so on. But I want to concentrate on one personality. We know that in the journey in the desert, there were practically a couple of million of people altogether. They were among all those people with Moshe Rabbeinu. There were Kohanim, there were families, and there were the elders. There were so many people, yet there was one person that Moshe got attached to, and that person became his protege, and that was Yehoshua. The question is, why was Yehoshua selected, and why he became the successor of Moshe Rabbeinu? After all, he wasn't royalty, he wasn't from the hierarchy or Kohanim. What was so special about Moshe Rabbeinu? I think, and you know, Moshe Rabbeinu never left, Yehoshua never left Moshe Rabbeinu's side. In fact, he was the one who appointed him to do the war against Amalek. He was the one to substitute him for so many things. And so why Yehoshua? There is one verse in the Torah that describes Yehoshua, and when the Torah is giving his description, it says, Vehoshua na'ar lo yamish mitoch ha'ohel. That Yehoshua was a child, and he would not leave the tent that Moshe Rabbeinu was there. He was privy to hear even the greatest conversation that Moshe Rabbeinu had even with God. So he was in a sense unique and selected. And why Moshe Rabbeinu? And it is in that verse that he said, a child. When you think about it, you know how old he was? He was 57-year-old. And yet he called him a child. Why is the child? What the difference? Let's say, what is the difference between a child, a young person, and an older person, when a person is matured already? The difference between a child and already a person that reaches a stage of maturity and is a man established is that a child is starting his life. He has got an outlook into the future. He has to have a goals. He has a mission to accomplish. He can fall and he can jump again and go, well, there is that kind of energy of youth that is lacking on the mature person that is already reached their life purpose. And what is it about Yeshua? Yeshua, he had the years, but he had the energy of a young person. That was Nar that Torah described him. Because why? For example, the prophet Jeremiah, when he wanted to say why God selected him to give the message of prophecy, he said, Ki na'ar anochi, because I am a very young person. He was in the twilight of his life. And yet he's a Nar. Why? Because in a way, God selected him because he had vision. Not only that, he has energy like a young person. Hosea also, the same time, when he wanted to explain why there is this affinity of God toward the Jewish people, because he said, because Israel hu nar va'ehaveu, people of Israel is like a child and I love him, which means that they are going to bring all those energy that they have towards God and towards him. That is really what Yeshua was so special. And so when we think about Yehoshua, that he was selected especially because he was unique. He had ideas, he was open to new things. This is exactly what how the Torah described when he became the successor of Moshe Rabbeinu. And fulfilling all those things that were important not only to Moshe Rabbeinu, to the people of Israel, and also to God. And this is what I think is very important. No matter whatever the age that we are, because it's important that we still are in our lives that we have a purpose and a mission. No matter at what age, there is something else that we still haven't done that we need to do. Because when you stop having any mission and you say, that's it, I'm done, you are done, and you are stuck, then you have completed everything that you think you have, and you are not worth very much. And that's why every time we should really have a goal. Our goal in these times are to encourage everybody that, please God, good times are going to come, and this is the way that what we have to aim, to think about everybody else, that, please God, we are going to see better days, and this is what we're looking forward.
Amen.
Amen.
Bye.